Live, how about a twofer? Like a twofer from your president?
How about a little Ghislaine, a little Diddy?
A little Ghislaine, a little Diddy, or sorry, Puffy. Yes, President Trump was asked about both of those people. This is the twofer. One,
those people?
Yeah, Ghislaine Maxwell and Puffy.
It didn't begin with a breaking headline or a dramatic courtroom scene. It began quietly with a letter. No cameras, no press conference. Just a message delivered through private channels to Donald Trump, a man who once clinked glasses with him at elite Manhattan galas and openly called him friend. Now Trump sits in the White House, treating that letter like a symbol of leverage. When reporters press him on whether he'd consider a pardon for Diddy, he didn't answer directly. He smirked. He asked me for a pardon. Trump said,
if the
in
judge,
October, right.
In October 3rd, if the judge denies bail, then Trump is going to make a decision possibly immediately thereafter.
Most likely, the judge is going to, based on previous decisions, it feels like the judge is going to...
Casually, revealing it came in the form of a letter. Then, almost taunting the room, he added, "Would you like to see it?" Silence followed. The letter was never shown. It didn't need to be. The message was already delivered. That was the real move. No one saw it coming. The same Diddy who once boasted that he was beyond reach, the architect of Bad Boy, the man who helped define an era, was now the one quietly asking for grace, a request for mercy from him. Trump's camp didn't deny it. They confirmed the letter existed. On Diddy's side, nothing. No rebuttal, no press release, no carefully crafted spin, just silence. And that silence hit harder than any accusation. It felt like the oxygen had been ripped out of his legacy in real time. This wasn't some throwaway gossip about a heated party moment or industry beef. This was a cultural heavyweight, someone who helped mold hip-hop's global image, pleading with a president he once openly criticized to keep him out of a prison cell. Trump didn't stall. He didn't hedge. He shut it down publicly and without apology. "I'm not considering it," he told reporters, making sure the message landed loud and clear. That's when it became obvious. This wasn't about law or fairness. This was personal. There's a backstory here, and Trump is known for
Your Honor, I will accept the Mann Act, but I feel like I was targeted by a weaponized Justice Department, and I now understand what President Trump was saying when he said that happened to him, because we have similar things that happen, and I appreciate what he was saying now. I didn't understand it then, but I understand it now.
That's real simple for you to stand.
The two moved in the same New York elite circles. Same rooms, same cameras, same smiles, compliments traded like currency. But when Trump launched his presidential run in 2016, everything changed. Diddy spoke out. Trump labeled the remarks nasty. And just like that, whatever warmth existed shattered. What had once been mutual admiration turned into cold resentment. Trump later explained it in his own blunt way. "We're human beings. We don't like things clouding our judgment." Translation? Once you cross him, you're done. So when Diddy's letter finally landed on Trump's desk, Trump didn't see desperation. He saw leverage. A moment, a spectacle, an old associate suddenly powerless. And he leaned into it. On Newsmax, Trump even mocked the situation, joking about Diddy being sort of half innocent, tossing shade at the mixed verdict like it was stand-up material. Half innocent, he laughed. Imagine hearing that from the most powerful man in the world while sitting behind bars. Sources close to the situation say this wasn't a last-minute Hail Mary. Diddy's camp had been laying groundwork for months, quietly circling Trump's orbit, leaning on intermediaries, and, according to one D.C. insider, floating six-figure offers just to secure introductions. Old-school politics, power wrapped in handshakes. Influence masked as networking, but instead of opening doors, it raised red flags. Word in Washington is that Trump's inner circle didn't see strategy. They saw panic.
I was very friendly with him. I got along with him great. And seemed like a nice guy. I didn't know him well. But when I ran for office, he was very hostile.
He said some not so nice things about you, sir.
Yeah, and it's hard, you know, like you, we're human beings.
Right.
And we don't like to have things cloud our judgment, right? But when you knew someone and you were fine, and then you run for office and he made some terrible...
A reportedly summed it up bluntly. He wants freedom more than forgiveness. And honestly, by then, that read felt accurate. By that point, Diddy's empire had already imploded. 2 guilty verdicts, a 50-month sentence, civil lawsuits piling up from every direction, closing in like predators. The lifestyle had flipped overnight. From penthouses, red carpets, and trophies to an 8-by-10 cell inside Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center. The MDC isn't just infamous, it's feared. The same facility that held R. Kelly and Ghislaine Maxwell. Former inmates describe it as brutal. Freezing temperatures, constant tension, and atmosphere so bleak it crushes morale. That's where Diddy wakes up now. Steel frame bed, inch-thin mattress. No pillow, no luxury. No control. There's a grim symmetry to it all. The man who once spent millions on champagne-soaked parties is now focused on surviving a cell block. Even Michael Cohen, Trump's former fixer, couldn't resist commenting. He's staring at cinder-block walls instead of the decor in his mansions, he said. Cold but accurate. There are some humiliations money can't erase. And still, the letter lingers. No one knows what it said. No one knows exactly when it was sent. Trump never revealed it. He never had to. That mystery alone has kept the internet buzzing. Was it a confession? A plea? An offer? The fact that Trump dangled it in front of reporters. Would you like to see it? Has fueled speculation that the contents carried weight beyond desperation. Maybe leverage. Maybe insurance.
I don't know. It's more difficult. It makes it more, I'm being honest, it makes it more difficult to do.
But more likely a no for Combs,
I would say
right.
What makes it even stranger is that Trump once spoke warmly about Diddy. When the story broke, he reminded the press that he'd always thought him as a nice guy. Said they got along well, until politics entered the picture. Then came the most revealing moment of all. When you knew someone and everything was fine, and then you run for office and you make some terrible statements, Trump said, it makes it more difficult. That wasn't spin. That was honesty. Trump wasn't talking about law or justice. He was talking about loyalty. And in that single sentence, he said the quiet part out loud. For him, grudges don't fade. They govern. Behind the scenes, Diddy's camp tried to downplay the damage. Quietly, they pushed the narrative that the fight wasn't about favors. It was about appealing a sentence they claimed was excessive. But inside Washington, the mood told a different story. After word of the letter surfaced, insiders say the atmosphere around the White House noticeably cooled. Instead of sympathy, there were murmurs, not about...
Diddy claimed that somebody held a knife to his throat. He woke up and this guy basically had him and he had the knife and Diddy was at this person's mercy. Now, it's unclear what exactly happened from there. Was there a guard that came in? Did Diddy somehow fight this person off? Well, it seems unlikely that happened. Or did the person just leave? Bottom line, this guy, at least according to people close to Diddy and Diddy himself, could have hurt him badly or even taken his life.
Leniency, but about distance. Some even suggested Trump would go out his way not to step in if prosecutors tightened the screws. The idea that Diddy might never see daylight again stopped sounding dramatic and started sounding real. That's how quickly power disappears when it's no longer welcome. You can almost imagine the scene. Trump alone at his desk, flashes of old Manhattan nights playing his mind. Exclusive parties, velvet ropes, red carpets, cameras clicking as they pose side by side. And now, the same name appearing on prison documents. Trump has always appreciated moments like that. Rise and fall, balance restored. One man builds a kingdom. The other decides whether it survives a fire. The irony runs deeper. While Diddy's trial was unfolding, Trump had already been commenting from a distance, brushing off the case as sloppy and joking that Diddy was half innocent. When reporters pressed him further, he laughed it away, asking if Diddy was still in jail or something. That wasn't detachment. That was satisfaction. Trump didn't see an artist caught in legal trouble. He He saw a former friend who crossed a line. And this was a victory lap. Diddy feels it too. According to people close to him, the pardon rejection hit hard. Not publicly. He doesn't have that option, but privately, it sent him spiraling. One source told Rolling Stone, he's now willing to do anything to get out. That's not the language of a titan. That's the voice of a man backed into a corner. Public reaction is split. Some see Trump's refusal as long overdue consequences finally catching up. Others view it as political theater, a downfall turned into a flex. Either way, the outcome doesn't change. Trump commands a moment. Diddy remains behind bars. And still, the letter lingers. For someone obsessed with proof and showmanship, Trump never revealed it. No screenshots, no